Hi everybody, this is Peggy, and I'm going to do a video today for Versus rubber stamps. The one I want to do today is showing you how to use this awesome little tool called a Bowe Easy, and how we can make some really nice bows. A lot of folks struggle with making the perfect bow. This is the answer to that. Now I have two of them on my little ring. This is how I store mine. Take this off. And this little tool will make 7 different sizes of ribbons. So what I've done is I took just a Sharpie marker and I put that, if I do my, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do this, but if I do my ribbon here, I'm going to get a 1 3/8. If I do it here, I'll get a 2 3/4. There's a 1-inch bow, a 1 1/4, a 2 3/8, a 3/4, and a 2-inch. Now, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense until I show you how to do that, but let me show you how beautiful the bows are. Right here, that little yellow bow was made using the Bowe Easy. And this is a portion of one of the Versus rubber stamps. So that's what's really cool about the stamps, that you can take a portion off. So the big part says thank you. I just wanted this part here on my tag. But there's the bow. I love this brown satin. These make the most beautiful bows, but when you try to make one with this particular ribbon by itself, it was not very pretty. So that one's on there, and again, there's a Versus stamp. It'll even do, there's our little bow right here on this little, I think they call this an easel card. So it makes that cute little bow. Then I have this red bow, so you can do it at the side. Just look how perfect these are every time. It just doesn't really matter about the ribbon. Every time you're going to get a perfect bow. Here I even used a sheer ribbon. So it even doesn't matter about the type of material that the ribbon is. And here's one that a lot of folks use, the grosgrain. And that's really hard sometimes to get a really tight knot, but look how nice that knot is right there. So that's just some examples. Now let's just move these over here and show you how easy it is to do this. I'm actually going to use the 2 3/8 because it's a little bit nicer for me to hold on to. And I've just cut some ribbon and pulled over here, so let's go here. Now the whole key to the Bowe Easy is to make sure that you always go the same direction every time. And what I mean by that is that I will start out by putting a piece of the ribbon right under my thumb over the 2 smaller pieces. I'm going to go around, so I'm going this way, which I believe would be clockwise. So I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm going to grab that piece with my thumb again right there. Now right here is a little opening, and that's where I'm going to thread my ribbon through, like so. Grab it on the other side. And now, oops, I almost went all the way through. You see here I have a loop. Now, I want to go the same direction with my ribbon, so I'm going to take my ribbon and lay it kind of over my hand is how I tell everybody, and I'm going to thread it back through that big hole. So see, I'm still going the same direction I started. The bottom part of your ribbon will come between the 2 areas right down here, between this thin one and the wide one. I'm going to take my ribbon and pull it toward the top, like so, and give it a good tug, get a nice knot. And then I always take my ribbon back through the top again, and it just gets my, what I call the tail of my bow on the same side. That way they're both on the same. Now watch, this is so awesome. There is my perfect bow every time. Oh, there's my phone. I'll be right back. Okay, well, answered that phone, got that taken care of. Let me show you another bow here. Let's go to the bigger size. This is a little bit wider ribbon. And again, it's kind of a satin. So my thumb is going to go here on the 2 smaller ones. Wrap all the way around. Catch it again right there. I want to make sure that you can see. I'm catching it again with that thumb. Now remember, there's the hole. I'm going to guide my ribbon right through there. Well, you know what? Let me trim off the edge of that. I pulled that right off the spool and it still had a hunk of tape. So I'm going to stick it through there. And remember, there's my loop. I'm bringing my ribbon up between the bottom. And what's the trick? I got to go the same direction, so I'm going to go around and come back through. Then I'm going to pull, give her a good tug, so I can get, I like tight little knots there. There we go. And then again, I put it back through just to get my tail on the same side. Alright, let's see if it was a perfect bow again. There we are. Sometimes, if I don't pay attention, I can get that twist. There we go. Perfect. And there is my perfect bow once again. Here are some other ones that I've already made. I just am absolutely loving this. I've got to make a card using this polka dotted ribbon. I don't know where it came from. I just pulled it out of my stash. And I just have a bunch of them laying here. I want to show you that one more time because I think the more I show you, the easier it will be for you to be able to do this. Now, the way that you can get this Bowe Easy is actually from Versus Rubber Stamp, and you just need to go to www.versus, and if the camera can show that over there or not, maybe I should bring it into you, versusrubberstamps.com. So it's www.versusrubberstamps.com, and when you go on that site, they've got a gallery with a bunch of, I think there are 6 of us, I believe, design team on there. You're going to find a gallery with lots of cards using their stamps, some great ideas, and all of the things that we'll be using in the videos you will be able to get at Versus Rubber Stamps. So make sure you check them out, and you can also call if you're local at area code 513-793-4558, and you can place your order over the phone. If you're local, you can pick it up or they can ship it to you. Okay, that's enough of the commercial. Now let me show you this little tool again because you're going to want one of these. I know you are. So I'm again going to use the big one. So this will give me a 2 3/4 ribbon. Got it under my thumb, and I'm going to go wrap it around right here and tuck it under my thumb right there. Got that? Then I'm going to take my ribbon, put it through the top, and there's my loop. Now the trick, remember, always the same direction. So I'm going to stick it between the two. I call these my legs. It's not my legs, but I call it the legs. Stick it back through, and then I'm going to pull. Thread it back through. Pull her off. Now when you do the bigger ribbon, you'll notice that every once in a while, because it is thicker, wider I should say, not thicker, wider, it will get a little twist in it. All you have to do is just play with it like you would normally. But it's just more difficult to try and tie your own bow. I mean, just look at that. Is that like too stinking cool? Now I got to make 2 cards using that ribbon because I love it so much. Alright, well maybe there's a Versus out there that talks about dots or something. I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, well there's that one. Alright, let me show you with grosgrain because it works the same way. I think I've got enough to do the big one. Alright, and the purpose of me doing this over and over is so that you don't have to rewind the video and watch it again, but also I want to show you the different types of ribbon that you can use and that it always will make a perfect bow. So we're wrapping it around, grabbing it with our thumb. I'm going to go a little faster so you can see once you get this down, it's easy. Through the top, there's my slip hole. I'm going to go the same direction. And I'm going to tie that real tight. Put it back through the top. And pull it. And voila! Another perfect bow every time. I'm telling you, girls, these things are like cheap. They're not very expensive at all. Excuse me. I have 3 of them because I have area in my studio where I work with ribbon at different places, and because they're not that expensive, I have several so that I don't have to go looking everywhere. But I really do recommend, I used my crocodile and poked my hole in here, and I put a ring on it and hang it up. It's just a tool you've got to have. That's all I can tell you. So, I think that's everything I can show you. But I want to again just point out all these gorgeous bows just everywhere, ribbon everywhere, bows everywhere. You got to get yourself a Bowe Easy. All right, remember www.versusrubberstamps.com and tell them Peggy sent you. Bye.